I think that's definitely it, Togs. It's that question. What does this all actually mean? Away from the political bubble and the people who are hyper-engaged with all this, what about you? What are people across Europe searching for? Well, now Google have provided data to us here in theCUBE about what the United Kingdom, of course, which is leaving the European Union, what people there are asking. These are the top 5 results in the last week. Look at number 1, when is Brexit? But number 2, what is Brexit? Now that question's still being asked when we are fast approaching that deadline of leaving the European Union, the United Kingdom leaving the European Union next year. Then underneath, will house prices go down after Brexit? People concerned that this could hit the value of their property. Then after that as well, will Brexit happen? Now that's something where perhaps ordinary people and politicians are still debating and perhaps on the same page there, not knowing what the answer will be. And number 5, what is the checkers deal Brexit? That's obviously was Theresa May's pitch to the European Union about the future relationship. So what about all these specific questions about whether Britain will vote once again to decide on Brexit? A second referendum. Well, Google have provided us with the top 5 most Googled questions in the last week in the UK about that second referendum question specifically. Number 1. Will there be a second referendum? A fair question, I think. Number 2, how can we stop Brexit? You imagine that's people who are on the Remain side. But number 3, how likely is a second referendum? Number 4, I think that's a little ambitious perhaps. When is the second Brexit referendum? And number 5, will Labour, and that's the opposition party and the main opposition in the UK, will they back a second referendum? So you can see here there's a picture of lots of different perspectives, but also a picture of confusion across Europe as well. We've also been looking at what everyone else has been Googling. Let's just quickly show you over here. This is what people elsewhere in Europe are Googling. This is France, number 2. What is Brexit? We go now down to Spain. You can see, number 1, what is Brexit? People across, even in Ireland, which of course borders the United Kingdom, asking, what is Brexit? So the picture we're getting from the data Google are providing us is that people across Europe, despite all the politicians and all the news coverage, people still asking, what on earth is Brexit? And what does it actually mean for me in the real world?